HCPT, the Pilgrimage Trust, brings almost 2,000 children with a range of disabilities or social and emotional needs. We've brought the sunshine this morning. I have to say it's been tipping down with rain since we came here, and it suddenly stopped. We're sitting in a kind of piazza area in front of the Church of St. Bernadette on the banks of the River Garve, just opposite the grotto, which is the spot where Bernadette said she saw the Virgin Mary. Now, it's a chance, particularly for the children who come away, it's a chance for a holiday, a break away from family, from some of the physical, sometimes emotional and social difficulties that the children who come here face. And it's a chance to get a bit of independence as well. And, of course, make new friends. We've been doing that ourselves while we're here. They each have a volunteer helper, because what struck me right from the word go, Michael McGloin, is how easy everything is, how organised and settled everything seems. I'm sure there are problems and things emerge, but everything seems pretty organised. And I think that's probably down to the one-on-one care that each child gets from the volunteers, isn't it?
Yeah, and I suppose the organisation has been running for 50 years now, and we've ironed out a lot of the problems, but the structure of the organisation is that it's based on small groups of roughly 22, 23 people, and as you mentioned, it's a one-to-one relationship between the volunteer carers and the young people.
And you can really see it. There's never a child that doesn't seem to have an adult or an older young person, a teenager, just making sure that they are okay and they are sorted.
That's great.
Let's have a listen to just one journey out to Lourdes of Sarah with her helper Neve.
On my way to Lourdes, how do you feel about that? I'm really nervous, but it's my second time in Lourdes, so everything's going to be great. We're just walking down to the plane now. Are you nervous about flying? Well, I was before, but I've gotten used to flying now. Do you know where we're going? We're going because it's part of the religious thing that we're going. Is part of special needs people coming together and performing this group and making new friends and having lots and lots of fun. Do you know what HCPT stands for? I have no idea. It means Handicapped Children's Pilgrimage Trust. I get it.
Okay, group 149, we're just going to do a quick head count and then we're going to go through it. It's gate number 53.
We're up on the plane now, far away from Gatwick Airport, and are on the way to Lourdes. Now, Neve, what's the weather going to be like? Oh, meant to be raining in Lourdes, but I hope it's not. Fingers crossed, hopefully not. If it does rain, then you're going to get very, very wet. Exactly like last time.
Can you hear me at the back?
Yay! That's the front driver.
What to do, ladies and gentlemen, we have to identify all the groups. Group 100. Group 111. And group 149. So we have to. Can we give all them a round of applause? Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to Lourdes on behalf of HCPT. Local time here.
Bonjour, Neve. Bonjour, Sarah. So what's it like in Lourdes at the moment? Wet. How quite wet? Like heavy rain? Yes. Hope it'll lighten up and get sunny. So, which place would you like to go mostly during the trip? I like to go to Grami. Why? Because the mountains there are beautiful. You see the snow on the mountains. The important issue is it's going to be about 2 degrees. The cold. Very, very cold. Au revoir, Neve. Au revoir, Sarah.
Well, I won't say it was a miracle, but they got their wish. The rain has stopped and the sun has come out. I'm joined now by Michelle Eyelashes McManus.
I am never going to live this day.
Good morning, Michelle, and Matt Allen as well. Matt, you work for the RAF, and
right.
You've volunteered for how many years here at Lourdes?
This is my 11th year here at Lourdes. Not all with the RAF though.
And I think yours is longer, isn't it? You've done it for a long time.
I am not giving away my age or anything, but yeah, it's about 13 years. So.
Just a brief word on the lashes. They are spectacular.
They are spectacular. Unfortunately, I was working on Saturday evening doing a gig
in my hometown
in Liverpool.
Yeah.
I had a wonderful evening, and I thought it was a great idea to put on some fake eyelashes, as you do.
with super glue.
Unfortunately, I feel I may have used super glue because now they're not budging, and I seem to be the joke of the trust, which I do try and aspire to be every year, but this year I seem to have excelled myself.
We won't treat you as a joke, Michelle, because I know that you're actually very serious about what you do at Lourdes, aren't you?
Absolutely. No, I mean, this week means so much to me. I can't tell you. Each year,
I get completely excited about coming out because, just picking up on what Michael said, the trust has been running for 50 years. This is a complete joy to be involved with, and it's a wonderful charity. And I love being with the kids because for a lot of these kids, it's their first holiday, it's their first time away. And more importantly, for some of the children with more severe disabilities, it's the first time for their parents to ever receive any sort of a break, if you like, because quite rightly as full-time carers, parents don't want to give their kids up and don't, want to give them over to other people because they know how to deal with the kids.
Or if they do, they want to know that it's in a very safe way.
And absolutely, that falls on. So yeah, we meet with the kids with up to a year in advance. We've got training days, everything else. So yeah, it's just a really wonderful week, and I'm sure you can feel it yourself. There's a real buzz about the place. And
right from when we got on the plane.
And you can tell HCPC have landed.
And Matt, just for, the question that a lot of people ask is about the miracles, the cures, what this the Bernadette Subaru story began as.
Mm-hmm.
What experiences have you had over the 11 years that you've been working as a volunteer that have shown you that it might not be quite as literal as that, but that there are, if not miracles, there are very special things happening here?
I think it's that relationship that forms during the week, that we come together as individuals, and yet I think over that week we come together as a complete family. I'm seeing the difference in the children from perhaps being that little bit shy, perhaps intimidated by all the noise and all the people, and yet by the end of the week, they're the ones who are leading the singing, they're the ones with the smiles, and when they give you that hug on the way home, I think that's sort of that says it all, really.
And do you know the child before you get here, Michelle?
Yeah, you do. We really start, if we're coming out in April, we really start the latter part of the year before, so maybe kind of September, October, we'll go and visit the children. As a group, we'll meet, 10, 11 times before we go out, and we have a huge family because it's important that the parents, as you say, trust as a helpers and get to know us.
I could be wrong, but did you talk about this at all when you were on Pop Idol or not?
Lourdes, I think I did actually mention it because I'd just literally come back from Lourdes as I was going to my first edition.
Well, just behind you in the southern French sunshine, which has thankfully come out, people are beginning to queue in quite large numbers around the grotto, which is across the other side of the river from us. Some people are queuing, I think, by the baths as well. Stephen Chittenden is down there. What's happening over there, Stephen?
Sheila, I've just realised this is the sunny side of the river, aren't you?
You are on the sunny side of the
You're in the shade. Yes, I'm on the other side of the river by the grotto. There's a mass going on at the moment. It's just coming to the end, and then beyond that are the baths where people are beginning to queue to go into the baths, and then underneath this amazing basilica that's been built on top of the rocks above the grotto, more pilgrims here are just filling up their water tanks, their sort of gallon plastic bottles with the water from the spring that is dispensed by about 30 taps that just come out of the granite at the base of one of the basilicas here. Pilgrims, I've been saying bonjour to a few of them, people from Finland, Philippines, people from, lots of Italians here today, lots of buongiornos going on, and they're all making their way down now towards the grotto. So, it's sunny over here too.
It is worth mentioning as well, isn't it, that the very imposing basilica, beautiful, very imposing, the kind of upper basilica. It's nestled in the hills, which would have just been shrubland or woodland when Bernadette Subaru was playing there with her sisters and brothers.
Yeah, in 1858, this was a modest little town, more of a village, and the river, in fact, where I'm standing now, I would have been in the river because it went right by the grotto. That's where the apparitions took place, and a small basilica, a small church was built above that, which is now inside the huge one that you can see across the river. So as years go by, things get bigger and bigger, and then the really big one is away behind this, and it's the underground basilica, which it's like an indoor football stadium. I think 10,000 people can get in there.
No more, 20,000.
And often do.
Yeah.
That's the amazing thing.
I was there yesterday with about 3 people, so it was quite cavernous and imposing. It was extraordinary. It was great. I should say, Stephen, the river that you're just almost falling into by the looks of it, it's full of trout, so get tickling.
Yeah, they're lovely. They're looking at me in a funny way. I'll do that.
Thank you. And just a final thought from you, Michelle, on, do you think you'll carry on doing this? Do you think you'll just keep going and come as a volunteer?
Absolutely. Even if there was a point at this year I thought I might not be able to come out due to work commitments, and I nearly, had a heart attack because I thought I can't go a full year without going to Lourdes. This week means so much to me, and I'm so privileged to be involved with CPT. And what do your pals in the RAF think of what you do here?
On the whole, very, very supportive. I think they recognise that it helps our own Royal Air Force community because of the dependent children we bring, but also it helps us all as a group with regards to the leadership elements for the younger members, for the teamwork element, and helps develop the whole person.
Well, we're getting messages. We won't be able to read many of them out, but we're getting lots of messages from HCPT members who are listening at home. Hello to everyone in Lourdes with HCPT Manchester region. Each helper faces a huge, this gives a sense of what the work is like here. Each helper faces a huge task each year to come up with the money for their own fare, because you pay for yourselves, don't you, as well as endless fundraising for the children. But it's always the best week of the year, says this text, to see a timid child smile, develop their confidence, and know how special they are. That's the real miracle of Lourdes this week. P.S. Good luck with the baths. I think it's just for me. When the sheet is wrapped around, you're likely to lose your breath and go a little weak at the knees. Happens most days. Thank you for that. Keep those coming. And I should just say the phone in this morning from 9. We're broadcasting it from Lourdes this morning. We want to know what you believe. Whatever your religion, Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Jewish, or no religion at all, we want to hear about your spirituality. Keep your texts coming this morning and your emails, 85058 or breakfast@bbc.co.uk. It's 7:47.
DAB digital radio, digital TV, downloads and online.
This is 5 Live. 5 Live Breakfast.
We're shooting a photo in Lourdes and film